My name is Paulius. I'm based in Vilnius in Lithuania. I am currently a CEO of Civitta Digital. So actually I started in Civitta almost 10 years ago. Started as a junior consultant or like an intern. I was like still studying back then. Started working with private clients in Civitta and did it like for like around 5 years. And then later I decided to that I don't want to work in business anymore. But somehow, instead of leaving the company, I actually decided to move to the management in Civitta. And since then, I did many different things. I started as CEO of Civitta Lithuania office. Then I was responsible for our Nordics operations, which is essentially Baltics plus Scandinavia. I was heading the operations and finance teams there. And then for the past 2 years, I am running our digital business. I think even when I was like working in the business, traveling was like large part of my work. I also spend a lot of time living in different countries just because of the client work. I spent like almost like 2 years in let's say in Denmark and other countries. At the end of the day, it actually like allows you to get like additional like new experience. Since I moved to the let's say to the management position, I always had this let's say belief or idea that if you're like managing international teams, meaning that if your like colleagues are like working in different cities, it's very important not to get stuck in your own local country. Vilnius and like Lithuania is actually still the biggest office that Civitta has. However, I believe that we actually need to travel and spend time with the colleagues in different countries to actually understand what they feel. Well, you become like very good at buying your own tickets. You're also becoming very like good at getting the best prices in the Airbnbs or hotels. Be a bit more serious. I think with spending time with like different people, from different cultures, I think you're always like taking something a bit more from them. And then you're also kind of like, I guess, like adjusting yourself a bit as a personality, changing a bit of your perspective on how everything looks like. I think it's like very easy to judge when you're like, kind of like sitting in from far away, but I think you go and meet the people, only then you can actually understand. I think one difference is actually probably comes to like maybe like less to us, but like to our clients. I think we have like relatively unique geographical footprint, covering most of the countries like in Central Eastern Europe, and then say in the Nordics, and we are like working on some projects or like on some studies that like relate to the markets where we are present. So we can give them like a real advice of the real people that live in those like real cities, instead of like hiring some subcontractors or like making some assumptions. I think we're becoming like really let's say an expert or like a great advisor for the countries that are interested in for the clients that are interested in our region.